It's a chilly October night in 2024, and 22-year-old Ethan Carter is at a packed bar in Columbus, Ohio, tossing back laughs with his college buddies. He's the guy everyone gravitates to, smart, athletic, with a smile that could charm a room. Around 1 a.m., he steps outside for a breather, promising to be back in 5. The bar door swings shut and Ethan vanishes into the chilly night. 6 weeks later, a kayaker spots something in the Scioto River. It's Ethan, floating face up, his jacket still on, no signs of a struggle. His phone's gone, his wallet's untouched, and on a bridge nearby, a fresh smiley face glares in yellow. Spray paint. Columbus police call it an accident, another drunk kid who wandered into the water. But Ethan's mom isn't buying it. Neither are the detectives who've seen this before. Now, rewind to just 3 months earlier, July 2024, in Madison, Wisconsin. Noah Walsh, 21, a University of Wisconsin junior, leaves a lakeside party. He's a track star, sober that night, texting his girlfriend he's heading home. He never makes it. 8 weeks later, his body surfaces in Lake Mendota, a smiley face scratched into a nearby dock. 2 cases, 2 states, 2 young men, same eerie pattern. The police shrug, but for those who've tracked this mystery for decades, it's a screaming alarm. Are these just tragic flukes? Or are the Smiley Face Killers, America's most elusive predators, still hunting? Strap in, because we're diving deep into a chilling saga that's far from over. And it starts with a question. How many more will vanish before we see the truth? What's up, story lovers? Welcome to Storyroom by Rico, where we bring you gripping tales that'll keep you hooked. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss a story. Also, let us know in the comments section where you are watching from. Let's zero in on Ethan and Noah because their stories are where this mystery screams loudest. Ethan Carter was a finance major at Ohio State, the kind of guy who'd help you with homework then crush it on the soccer field. On October 12, 2024, he was at the Thirsty Scholar, a campus hotspot. Friends say he had a few beers but was steady, on his feet. Security footage shows him stepping outside at 1:03 a.m., glancing at his phone. That's the last anyone saw of him. 6 weeks later, on November 24th, his body was found 8 miles downstream in the Scioto River. The coroner ruled it an accidental drowning, citing a blood alcohol level of 0.14, above the legal limit, but not blackout territory. But here's where it gets weird. Ethan's body had faint bruises on his wrists, like he'd been tied up, and his phone was never found. Locals swear the smiley face on the bridge wasn't there a week earlier. Noah Walsh's case is even creepier. A biology major, Noah was at a July 4th party by Lake Mendota. He texted his girlfriend at 11:45 p.m. saying he was walking home, less than a mile away. He never arrived. On August 29, 2024, his body was found in the lake, his sneakers still laced, no water in his lungs. A private autopsy, funded by his family, found marks on his neck suggesting he'd been restrained. A smiley face crudely carved into a dock was spotted by a fisherman days later. These aren't isolated incidents. In 2022, Caleb Reed, 23, vanished from a bar in Iowa City. His body turned up in the Iowa River 3 weeks later, a smiley face spray-painted on a nearby retaining wall. Caleb's toxicology showed GHB, a drug used to knock people out. But police called it an overdose. Since 2017, Gannon's team has tracked 18 cases like these, all fitting the same mold. Young, athletic guys, college towns, rivers or lakes, and that haunting smiley face. Back in 1997, Patrick McNeil's case in New York set the stage, found in the East River with fly larvae that didn't belong in winter. In 2005, Todd G.E. was found upright in a Michigan lake, barely decomposed. The pattern hasn't faded. It's gotten bolder. Ethan's mom, Lisa Carter, contacted Kevin Gannon, the retired NYPD detective who's been chasing this since the 90s. Gannon found surveillance footage showing a shadowed figure near the bar that night, but the tape cuts off. Noah's family hired a private investigator who found a burner phone ping near the lake, then gone. These cases are screaming for answers, but local police keep slamming the book shut. So, what's different now? It's all about the tech, and that's where this story takes a sharp turn. Technology is rewriting the rules of this hunt, and it's blowing holes in the accidental drowning story. Back in the 90s, detectives like Gannon were stuck with blurry VHS tapes and spotty witness accounts. Today, we've got tools that can practically stalk a ghost. Geofencing pulls data from every phone in a specific area at a specific time. Phone pings map movements down to the meter. Digital forensics can crack open deleted texts or sketchy bank transfers. In Ethan Carter's case, Columbus police used geofencing around the thirsty scholar. They found Ethan's phone pinged 6 miles away, near an industrial dock on the Scioto River at 2:17 a.m., way too far for him to have walked. Creepier still, his phone kept pinging for 2 days, bouncing between 3 locations, then went dead. A digital forensics team, led by Dr. Sarah Lynn, found a Venmo payment sent from Ethan's account 3 days after he vanished, to an untraceable profile with a smiley face emoji. Noah Walsh's case is just as wild. Madison police used phone pings to trace his last steps. His phone moved from the party to a wooded area by Lake Mendota, then pinged in a parking lot 4 miles away before shutting off. A Wi-Fi log from a nearby gas station caught his phone connecting briefly at 1 a.m. when he was supposedly alone. In Caleb Reed's 2022 Iowa case, geofencing showed his phone pinged in an abandoned warehouse before it was found smashed in the Iowa River. Gannon's team is now using AI-driven pattern recognition developed by Dr. Lynn to cross-reference these cases. The software flags similarities. Phones moving after disappearances, unexplained transactions, and burner phones popping up nearby. In a 2023 case in Peoria, Illinois, 22-year-old Liam Foster was found in the Illinois River. His phone pinged in a rural area 10 miles away, and a deleted text was recovered, "Meet me by the water." Gannon's team applied this tech to older cases, like Dakota James in 2017, where a PayPal transaction 2 days after his disappearance pointed to foul play. The data is painting a picture, not of clumsy drunks, but of coordinated abductions. Dr. Lynn's team is now building a database of 50 cases, mapping digital trails against river access points. It's not just tech, it's a revolution. But who's behind these digital shadows? That's where we dive into the internet's darkest corners. The dark web is where this mystery gets downright terrifying. It's not just shady marketplaces. It's a hidden world where people plan things they don't want seen. Gannon's team stumbled onto this in the 2000s, finding a dark web portal that required webcam verification to enter, like a secret club with a creepy bouncer. They backed off, but in 2024, cybercrime expert Dr. Marcus Reed took the lead. Reed found forums buried deep in the dark web with names like Rivergame and Watermark. These aren't your average chat rooms. Users with handles like Smiley92 or Lake Shadow post about perfect accidents and college types, young athletic guys. A 2023 post on Rivergame described a challenge. Pick a guy, track him from a bar, make it look like he drowned. Another mentioned a smiley signal to mark the spot. Reed traced some accounts to IP addresses in Ohio, Wisconsin, Illinois, and Iowa, states with recent cases. In Ethan Carter's case, a burner phone pinged near the bar, linked to a Telegram account with a smiley face avatar. It vanished after Ethan's body was found. Noah Walsh's case had a similar hit. A Signal account, Rivergrin, was active near Lake Mendota the night he disappeared. Reed's team found a 2022 thread discussing Caleb Reed's case, with a user bragging about a clean drop in Iowa City. These forums use encrypted apps like Telegram and Signal, making them nearly untraceable. But Reed's not just chasing ghosts. He's working with ethical hackers to infiltrate these spaces, posing as curious lurkers. They've found digital trophies, blurry photos of riverbanks, smiley face emojis, even GPS coordinates near recovery sites. Gannon's team thinks this is a network, not one killer. Cells of people, maybe dozens, coordinate across cities using the dark web to plan, recruit, and cover their tracks. Dr. Lee Gilbertson, the criminal justice professor, calls it a decentralized syndicate, like a twisted game with no central boss. But if this network is real, why are skeptics who've been shouting bunk for years starting to listen? That's where the tide is turning. Skeptics have been the Smiley Face Killers' toughest critics, but in 2024, cracks are showing. The FBI's 2008 statement, "No evidence of a serial killer," set the tone. Smiley faces? Just graffiti? Drownings? Just drunk kids? But new cases are shaking that narrative. Dr. Chris Mundy, a forensic psychologist who scoffed at the theory in 2002, reviewed Ethan Carter's case. The phone pings, Venmo payment and wrist bruises gave him pause. "This doesn't scream accident," he told a 2024 true crime podcast. Former LAPD detective Ned Tusby, another skeptic, now says the dark web evidence is worth investigating. The Center for Homicide Research, which trashed the theory in a 2008 report, issued a 2023 memo urging police to use geofencing in new cases. Why the shift? Hard data. In Noah Walsh's case, a private pathologist found neck marks suggesting restraint, ignored by the original coroner. In Liam Foster's 2023 Peoria case, burns on his arms didn't match a drowning, and a smiley face was etched into a riverbank. A 2022 Albany case, Sam Kwan, 23, found in the Hudson River, had GHB in his system and a smiley face on a dock. Gannon's team shared their AI-driven maps with skeptics, showing 18 new cases since 2017, all in college towns with rivers. Dr. Mundy now says it might be a loosely organized group, not one killer. Public perception is shifting too. Posts from 2024 show college students in Ohio and Wisconsin sharing warnings about smiley face graffiti near bars. A 2023 statistical analysis by Dr. Emily Voss, a criminologist, challenged the accidental drowning narrative, showing the odds of so many similar deaths are less than 0.01%. Skeptics aren't fully on board, but they're asking questions. And that's giving hope to the people who've never stopped fighting, the families. Their battle is next, and it's a gut punch. The families of these young men are the soul of this story. Pam James, whose son Dakota was found in the Ohio River in 2017, is a force of nature. She's filed 3 lawsuits against Pittsburgh police for negligence, started a petition with 50,000 signatures, and hired private investigators who found a smiley face sticker near Dakota's recovery site, missed by cops. In 2024, Pam organized a rally in Columbus after Ethan Carter's death, drawing 800 people chanting "No more smiley faces." Lisa Carter, Ethan's mum, joined her, holding a photo of her son. The Homan family, who lost Lucas in 2006, runs a website, smileyfacetruth.org, tracking new cases. They got a 2023 tip about a smiley face tattoo on a man seen near Jake Larson's recovery site in Minneapolis. Noah Walsh's girlfriend, Emma, has been scouring dark web forums, passing leads to Gannon's team. Caleb Reed's dad, Mark, hired a PI who found a deleted email from Caleb's account, sent 2 days after he vanished, with a smiley face emoji. These families are doing the police's job. In 2024, The Walsh family sued Madison police for refusing to reopen Noah's case, citing the neck marks and burner phone evidence. A judge agreed to hear it, a rare win. Claire, William Hurley's fiancée from 2009, runs a podcast, Rivers Edge, sharing family stories. She interviewed Dr. Cyril Wecht, who reviewed Ethan's autopsy and found wrist marks suggesting he'd been bound. On X, families have built a community, with the Smiley Face Killers trending in 2024 after Noah's case. A Reddit thread started by the Homans got a 2024 hit. A user saw a smiley face tattoo on a guy acting shady near the Scioto River the night Ethan vanished. Gannon's team is chasing it. These families aren't just grieving, they're rewriting the investigation. But to stop this, we need to know where it's happening and why the map keeps growing. The Smiley Face Killers follow a chilling blueprint, and it's all about geography. Dr. Lee Gilbertson's maps are the key. Since the 90s, he's plotted cases along major rivers: Mississippi, Ohio, Hudson, Illinois. College towns, Minneapolis, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Albany, are ground zero. Ethan Carter's case in Columbus fits perfectly. A bar near the Scioto River, no cameras, poor lighting. Noah Walsh's Madison case is the same. Lake Mendota is steps from campus bars. Caleb Reed in Iowa City, Liam Foster in Peoria, Sam Quan in Albany, all near rivers, all near nightlife. Gilbertson's 2024 update shows 22 cases since 2017, plus older ones like Patrick McNeil in 1997 and Todd G. in 2005. But the map is spreading. New clusters are popping up in smaller towns: Mankato, Minnesota, Athens, Ohio, Davenport, Iowa. In 2023, 20-year-old Owen Blake was found in the Mississippi River in Davenport, a smiley face on a barge. Gilbertson's team uses predictive modeling, combining crime data and river access points. Columbus was flagged as high risk in 2023, months before Ethan's case. Madison was on the list before Noah. The model now predicts risk in places like La Crosse, Wisconsin, and Champaign, Illinois. Gannon's team is sharing these maps with local police, urging patrols near riverfront bars. But the rivers keep flowing, and so do the cases. If this is a network, it's not slowing down. It's adapting. This story doesn't wrap neatly, but it leaves a mark. Ethan Carter, Noah Walsh, Dakota James, Lucas Homan, and dozens more. Their names echo through rivers and college towns, tied by a smiley face that mocks us all. Is it a network of killers, a string of cruel coincidences, or something we haven't named yet? The families, like Pam James and Lisa Carter, carry the weight, fighting for answers when police won't. Gannon's team, with their maps and tech, is closing in, turning data into hope. Skeptics are listening, nudged by phone pings and neck marks that don't lie. The rivers, Scioto, Mississippi, Hudson, are silent witnesses, but they're starting to talk. Technology is the game changer, from geofencing to dark web dives, and it's bringing us closer to the truth. For the victims, for their families, for every kid walking home from a bar, that's a promise worth keeping. So what do you think? Coincidence or conspiracy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if this story gripped you, and share it to spread the word. Subscribe to dive deeper into mysteries like this, and check out our true crime playlist for more chilling tales. Try Young Cheerleaders Vanished in 1995. 20 years later, a chilling discovery resurfaces for your next late-night binge. The Smiley Face Killers might still be out there, but together we're watching.